Hello everybody, it is Miss Shakitha. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cosmo Vlogs 37. I pray that you enjoyed my first video. It was just more of an introduction to who I am, about the industry that I'm in and all of that good stuff. So I'll just be honest with you guys. These videos will not be perfect because I'm not. So today, as I'm doing my makeup, I will not really be telling you what I'm using, but I'll be going through it, kind of telling you a little bit about it and just kind of conversing with you. So let's just jump right into it and go from there. Okay, so today I'm just gonna do a simple basic makeup application. Now, usually I like everything to be simple, yet just very pretty, very simple. Now, I do like a lot of the beauty influencers that are on YouTube, like all the unique eyeshadows and all of the contour and stuff like that. And I do those things, and we will explore those on my channel as well as everything else. But today we're just gonna keep it simple. These are for the women that are in their mid to late 30s, even, regardless of age, even older. They just kind of like to keep it simple yet elegant. And that's kind of my motto. So first of all, I've already cleansed my face, washed it, moisturized it. It is very essential. I have oily skin, oily to combination to oily, and I do have a T-zone, which is here, but I still moisturize. It is very important to moisturize because your skin will thank you later. Now, I will be candid and say that I do have about $30 worth of grocery bags underneath my eyes. I will say that I haven't been sleeping that well. And I am somewhat into the whole aspect of astrology. So it could just be the new year, Saturn and Jupiter and everybody in conjunction. So maybe that threw it off. So anyway, let's get right into it. And I'm going to just kind of talk to you guys about my skin and all that stuff. So we are starting now. Before I did the video, I did put a little bit of Vaseline on my lips. I do not like dry lips, and anybody that knows me will tell you that I usually moisturize prior to my makeup application because we're going to do somewhat of a butter gloss matte lipstick today. Okay, and sometimes even though they tell you to moisturize and exfoliate before, I still like to just kind of follow up with like a light lip balm just to kind of keep it, simple, nice, and elegant, okay? So first off, I'm going to start with, it has caffeine in it. So I'm just going to kind of go in and see underneath my eyes. I do use the Genifique by Lancome underneath along with my hyaluronic acid. But like I say, all of that we'll discuss, like my skincare routine. We'll talk about just how to get rid of scars and all those types of things. But I use this stuff by Ulta, and it's a moisturizing primer. And I like it because I just apply it to the skin as such. And I pay attention to underneath those eyes because, like I said, that caffeine just kind of tightens that up a little bit. Okay, so I've moisturized, I've toned, all that good stuff. Make sure you get underneath there. And normally your dégagé is very important too, but because of the dress that I have on, we won't focus on that. Next, I like to follow up with a little bit of it's called Angel Veil, and it's by NYX. And I just kind of put that on. It's a little bit of a primer. Now, like I said, I have oily skin, so I'm very particular about what I apply to it and how I apply to it. A dab will literally do. And this just kind of keeps the pores from filling and looking so, enlarged. And this, like I said, this makeup application is going to be like if you got day, night, or, you just want to look simple. Okay, so once that's done, I use a little bit of a Skin Refined Zone. Like I said, I put this on just because, like I said, it just kind of keeps from the T-zone, okay? Now, I'm just kind of showing you guys the initial setup, and we finna get candid with this skin of mine that has been problematic forever. So I just apply that to there, okay? So anyway, guys, so I'm just trying to make sure my light is good and everything so y'all can kind of see what I got going on. Okay, perfect. So guys, I used to have wonderful skin when I was like in high school. Okay, now to tell you a little bit of something, I used to moisturize with cocoa butter. You know, the stuff that you buy and you put on your skin, and it's really good to, you know, just kind of use it on your legs, get rid of scars. And see, I used to get mosquito bites, and I used to get that, you know, the hyperpigmentation from, you know, basically just scratching them. You know, when you're younger, you don't realize how important this skin got to carry you for the rest of your life, honey. So yeah, that was kind of initially like the thing. Now, guys, on this particular video, I will not be looking off from the camera. I will be showing you guys how I'm applying it, and this is for me my everyday routine. Okay, so I'm just kind of going in and showing you underneath the light. That's why I had to adjust it to make sure everything was good. So anyway, I used to apply like pure cocoa butter to my skin, and I would never break out. And see, I was always a really big fan of like that dewy look. Okay, like I just kind of like that. It was just my favorite. Now notice, guys, they tell you when you kind of concealing to just kind of, this is what I do. Roll in. Okay, just roll in real nicely. Okay. So anyway, I got to about 20, and I later found out when I had my second child that my vitamin D levels were extremely low. I think it's supposed to be like 25. Wait, it's supposed to be like 52 or something like that. I mean, it's really high up there. And I noticed that mine was not that. Mine was extremely low. I think mine was like 10, 11, something. I mean, it was almost to the single digits. And I figured that which I'll say this, once the doctor gave me my vitamin D pills, I noticed that not only did my mood change, especially with postpartum depression, but I noticed that my skin started to clear up. I mean, it cleared up like significantly. And I later found out with just doing a little bit of research that, you know, sometimes if there's a vitamin D deficiency, yeah, it can cause breakouts. I was getting like cystic acne. I mean, it was bad. I mean, terribly bad. Now, of course, you look at my skin now and you're just like, well, it's cleared up, you know, must have worked. But also, I will let you guys in on a little secret. I'm actually have been working on it for a year because, like I said, I wanted it to be perfect, you know. So I actually created a skincare line that is targeted for people that have hyperpigmentation, oily skin, but vegan. I use that. So if you're wondering why my skin is the way that it is, I use my own stuff. You know, so many people come up with stuff and they're like, oh, it works great and it's amazing, but they don't use their own products. Now, I will tell you guys when I'm talking about skin, this may appear a little bit lighter on screen, you know, but I will show you the final look, of course, at the end. Because my summer makeup is obviously always lighter than my winter makeup. I mean, if I said that wrong. The summer makeup is always darker than my winter makeup. Now, what I normally do is I just kind of use this brush, dab it in where I want it to be, and then I use like my little sponge to kind of go in and soften everything. And anyway, while you guys are watching me, let me finish my story. So, the vitamin D help. I've started my skincare line. And actually, I'm going to tell you, for all the men out there that are watching this video, my husband-to-be is currently using one because he gets ingrown hairs and he breaks out from shaving. He is in the military, so you know he shaves a lot. I mean, he's bald. He prefers to be bald, and he's kind of slow to use the things that that I ask him to use because it's gonna help him. And so one of these things that I've created is for men too. My goal is for barbers to use it because again, as if you remember, of course, I've been a cosmetologist for 20 years and I have obviously black skin. So I know what can irritate our skin and what can't. And honestly, I mean, it's for anybody's skin, they can use it. So the product line is going to be for both. There's a product for just men that I've actually come up with. He has seen dramatic results and his skin is not breaking out like it used to. And also, when you're applying this, please make sure you pay attention. Get your little double chin under there. Guys, I got 30 pounds to lose before this wedding. I'm working on it. I have lost some, but I've still got a ways to go. So anyway, make sure you get underneath there. So guys, yeah, so my line has worked. As you can see when you zoom in, see how good those pores look? Now, anybody that truly knows me can tell you, sorry guys, make sure my light's good, that I used to have problematic skin. I'm talking like bad problematic skin. The scars seemed to linger. There was nothing that I could use that really just cleared that up. Okay. Now remember, this is just an everyday application. So what I normally do, once I do that, I use a little bit more. Because like I say, I just kind of go in like where I get those little pigments and I just go like this. And I dab it on. See that? I use my fingers to kind of soften in there really good. Just really, really good. So I cannot wait to launch that, get it invested in, which is my goal. And I pray to you that it is out there on the shelves where you can pick this up. And I don't know about you, but a lot of these cleansers and stuff today, you know, I mean, they work, but then they irritate the skin. And that kind of just defeats, you know, the purpose. Okay, so then I just kind of use, and I notice, or if you notice that when I'm using it on the nose, I don't really like it really caked on my nose. Because like I said, even though, you know, I did use the oil treatment. This is part of my T-zone. And sometimes it gets quite a bit oily, you know. So I don't really like to cake too much makeup on it. But I do really dust it once I set it. So anyway, guys, we got that on. But it is definitely better, guys. And I tell you what, it is so good when I don't have makeup on. That like if I go out to the grocery store, because I don't know about you, but you know, my skin started breaking out in my 20s, like extremely bad. It seemed like I used everything. I didn't even know when I would go to the doctor to get my vitamin D levels tested. I just thought, you know, it's breaking out, it's my hormones. But remember, vitamin D is a hormone. So if your vitamin D levels are low, yeah, you probably have issues. I mean, people have been hospitalized when they don't have enough, of course, vitamin D. And it is a hormone. And also, guys, I'm going to tell you, with all this coronavirus stuff going on, I know they're telling you, you know, you need to take care of yourself. You need to do this, blase, blase, which is very true. Get more vitamin D. It is actually a known fact that, you know, people with vitamin D issues are more susceptible to things like the flu. I can't tell you that which COVID is basically like the flu, guys. It is the flu. It's just kind of, it's a stronger version. But vitamin D, up that vitamin D. I haven't had the flu since, I can't tell you. It's been a long time. So I'm going over with just a little bit of concealer, just very lightly, guys. Very close to my skin color. I'm very close. So anyway, all right, we got this. See how I just kind of did that? Roll in. And like I said, don't pay attention to eyes, guys. Those normally gets better. And there's different techniques, of course, you can use for that. Okay. Now, so moving on. All right, let's do our eyebrows. And that's another thing. These are my actual eyebrows. I was not born with wonderful eyebrows, guys. I mean, they're okay, but I always wish that they were thicker. And so, you know, I just thank God for what I do have, and we're just gonna move forward with what we do. So, make sure the good is in there. All right. Just clean that off, because like I said, I just like to use just a very basic pencil, because again, this is a natural makeup thing. Now, sometimes like before I set underneath my eyes, like I said, just gonna get my eyebrows ready. You know, I'm just gonna kind of use, and hang on guys, I'm gonna go off camera for this one. Get my setting powder. Now, I like the translucent, although I do use some that has a little bit of color in it. It's perfectly fine, whichever one you choose. This is just what I prefer. And honestly, on this channel, the course of it is my goal to reach as many people. We'll be doing different stuff, experiment with different stuff. I just want you to grow with me. Okay? And I'm not, you know, and again, I don't knock anybody's way of doing anything. I just know that I don't like to super bake, because even though, like, I have the bags under my eyes from, first of all, I got a 3-year-old. Some mornings she's up tripping extremely early, and it might have been a late night for me because I was up working on stuff, or to be honest with you, I'd just be laying in bed and can't sleep. So sometimes I don't like to over bake underneath the eyes, because if your eyes are already kind of, you know, deep set or dry, you can run into a problem by over doing this, okay? And even though I'm going to go back in and add a little moisture, you know, it's just important to just kind of take care of your eyes. You know, they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. That's the truth. All right, moving on. Next step, while that's baking, I'm going to take my pencil. I use a brown. Now, some people like to, of course, use, I mean, the darker colors. Hey, fine. I like to use something that is a little bit more natural. So I'm just going to zoom in so you can kind of see what I mean. And we're going to get through this pretty quick today, guys. See, I just kind of little bitty strokes. And I usually go underneath like this. Okay. Just ever so slightly. And I know there's a technique that I seen I guess it's been about a year ago. And this girl, it was like, she made like an M or a W. And it was really neat. She kind of went from and see, as a cosmetologist in school, you know, like when you wax, you go by the arch, by the middle of the pupil of the eye. And which is very true. Your eyebrows usually grow by the center of your pupil. And which, of course, mine aren't extremely thick, so I don't have to worry about that. But she used like an M or W trick that, I mean, it just worked wonders. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to go in and again, this video, I just want you guys to see like up close. But, you know, I know you see some YouTuber influencers that, of course, like they got like a mirror right here and they just kind of doing it and they look down. I'm trying to be like face to face with y'all. You know, so you guys can kind of see everything. You know, because sometimes you be seeing them do stuff. You be like, man, what the? You be trying to mimic it at home and be looking like a drag queen. Nothing against drag queens, but I'm just saying. Matter of fact, one day I want them to do my makeup. They makeup be so good and flawless that I'm just like, yeah, I got to step up my game. Anyway, guys, so this is the technique that I use without like the M or the W. And like I say, it's just because I want to be very up close and personal and raw and unedited. So at the moment, my under eyes are baking like bread. Okay, so little, like just literally like you're Stenciling, nothing too thick. And funny, guys, your eyebrows are what they call, again in the industry, this is what we call them, sister eyebrows. So they're related, but they're not identical twins. They're not identical twins. And I tell you what, some people try to wax and do their eyebrows to where they look so identical that I'm like, one ends up, you know, messed up. The other one, you just were like, what the? But they're sisters. They're not identical twins, okay? Keep that in mind next time you're trying to force something that is just not trying to happen. So now, I know sometimes like people contour and they do stuff underneath it, but I will add, when you conceal above or below the eye, it is, to me, it's very important that you don't go too light. Now, I've seen them do like where it's like white. We're not doing it. We're going to do, like I said, it's just natural. So I'm just going to take that pencil. And like I said, I'm just getting close with you guys. And I just kind of go just like so. And now for me, I don't have a lot to clean up underneath. You know, just for the fact that I don't like them real heavy. And if you guys like, of course, you see my eyebrows before I started. I just, you know, just try to keep it simple. Very nice looking. Now, see, my left eyebrow grows just slightly fuller than my right eyebrow. And sometimes I wish they were identical sisters. And so that one I have to kind of do a little bit different when I'm zooming in. And this light, guys, if you see it just kind of adjusting, it's trying to adjust. The type of light that I have is trying to adjust to me. Especially because I'm, like I said, this video is a little bit more candid. And I'm just trying to get in and personal with y'all. And like I said, this is my first video, like actual makeup video. And I'm just talking to you guys about just different stuff. I will show techniques that you can use if you have hyperpigmentation and you want to, you know, somewhat cover that up, especially when, because I used to have issues with really dark, like dark patches, very dark. And I mean, I just couldn't stand it, you know, so I did have to conceal. I've seen some influencers use like the color orange, the color red. I'm in the cosmetology field, baby. So I know all about like Canson color. Like, you know, you go to the store and you get that box color and you think, oh, you know, I could save a little money by going to the store without paying a professional to do it. So what ends up happening when you have extremely dark hair like mine, you decide, okay, I want to lighten it up. I want it to be red. I want it to be blonde. And then it gets in that red stage and you wonder how to get that out. Well, sometimes if you have, like I've seen, you know, people that have gray hair. I mean, not gray hair, well, almost gray, like that blonde color, where it's like they're trying to go platinum, but then it pulls green because the base of the color was green. So then you got to cancel it out. So it's the same thing when you're canceling out different things. Most of the time when you have hyperpigmentation on melanated skin like myself, a lot of times you'll see them use like the oranges and the reds. If your skin tone, if the undertone pigment of that is red, then you're going to cancel that, of course, with green and so on and so forth. So it's just more of a color wheel thing, like I said, that I know just because I've been in the industry a long time. So I've baked long enough, did my eyebrows. Like I said, we keeping it natural, keeping it very classy and simple today. So then we're just going to take a little bit of like our powder. I'm just going to go in and set it real nice. Now, I pretty much, I'll be honest with you, I use the same color powder. Make sure my light's still good, guys. I use the same color powder in the winter and summer. Because sometimes, like, when I'm using, like, this makeup foundation was by MAC, and we'll get into that at some point one day. And I noticed that it's a little bit different from their old formula. So I just find that if I use the same powder that I use during the summer, I just like a little better. Now what I do is I take this and I go over the eyes with it just slightly. Kind of blend everything in. Just blend everything in real nice. Guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. Of course, you know, I keep it real. All of my friends and family will tell you that I'm the realest person they know. I did Kind of like, you know, how the African women have like the scarves and they have like the little thing. Like, we're going to talk about that on a whole nother show. But I'm in love with my African culture. Yeah, I'm westernized and I'm from the United States. But I did a DNA test and found out that I am predominantly Nigerian from the Igbo tribe. And I'm going to tell you something, I embrace that. And again, that's going to be a show topic one day, but I embrace my heritage. And no matter what you are, you should embrace that, because anything that you are, well, it's who you are. And I tell people that you can't know who you are or where you're going unless you know where you came from. All right, we got our powder. Look at that. Simple, simple, not too, you know, over the top. And like I said, I did this because I'm paying homage today. And I won't lie to you guys, the pixie cut is cool, but it is so much work to keep up, especially, first of all, if you're not natural and then you're relaxed. And then in my case, my hair is extremely thick, extremely thick. Okay, so now that that's done, I just like to take a little bit of blush. Now today, I prefer the Ambering Rose, and actually, that's the one I'm gonna use, guys. Because, and I've been using this since they showed, excuse me, I made some good spaghetti today too, by the way, guys. I love to cook, love to cook. And I'm gonna tell you right now, my soon-to-be husband is one lucky and blessed man. He likes to cook too, but I love to cook. I use this, or I got this from a MAC counter from years ago, and it was me, my mom, and my older sister, who probably still has her makeup to this day, because Jennifer just has beautiful skin. You know, that's her. That's my older sister's name. I got two sisters. One's named Charlotte. One's name is Jennifer. And yeah, she went to the cosmetic counter, and I think she bought the makeup because we got it, me and my mom. You know, and my mother's a cosmetologist too. I learned a lot from her over the years, and I'm thankful that I kind of had that advantage in the industry when I first came in. And like I said, I just lightly did, because like I said, we just want a little bit of color in the cheeks. Everything natural today. But ever since I got it from the MAC counter, it just really goes with my skin tone. I used it in the winter, the summer. When was that? That was back in 2007. Yeah, 2007 was when we went and to the MAC counter. So yeah, I've been using, it's called Ambering Rose by MAC, and it has like a little bit of shimmer in it. And even though, like I said, wasn't that type of video I'm gonna show you guys, the Ambering Rose is by MAC. And normally when I order these, I get 2 at a time because I love them. Okay, so once that's done, all that's left is the eyeshadow. Today we are not doing falsies. We are just using our own eyelashes. Now sometimes I do wear them, you know, not today. So anyway, I just love makeup, guys. I just love it. So anyway, so today, like I said, natural looking makeup. We're gonna do our little base here. And you know, it's funny because my daughter, who is 3, I think she's gonna be just like me when she gets a little bit older. You know, she absolutely loves makeup. Absolutely loves it. So, which my oldest daughter could care less about makeup. You know, she'll put some lip gloss on and some lashes. And again, like I said, guys, this is with the eyeshadow. I use the base and kind of go up because I'm not like doing any of the fancy stuff tonight or today. So yeah, just kind of do that. Now, back to our conversation, because I know you got on her just to see all that I had to say and everything that's going good and everything. So as I said in my introduction, I'm getting married in May. We don't know what that's gonna look like, especially with the coronavirus. But I'll tell you what, I'm not really concerned about it. You know why? Because you can marry somebody without having to do all the extra. I mean, of course, I want our families to get together. That's the main reason why I want to do that, is because, yeah, you know, both sides of our families need, you know, want to meet. And I always see like my family, like he sees my family and he's met, you know, my family and I've met his family. But yeah, it's just kind of, I want everybody to be together and take pictures, like make a lifetime of this, you know. So yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to that. And I am heavy on till death do us part. It ain't gonna be no, oh, you know, we don't get along, so we getting a divorce because of irreconcilable differences. No. We're just gonna figure it out. Now, I do want to add, because my goal is to be a really huge influencer. So I do want to add, for people that are in abusive situations, by no means stick it out just for the sake of saying that you're married or that you're in a relationship with somebody. Because love doesn't hurt. Do you get hurt in love? Yeah. But it shouldn't be that kind of hurt physically or emotionally. You know, you putting up with somebody's crap, just, you know, abusing you. I do not condone that kind of stuff. Love should be just kind of fluid, like water. Like Bruce Lee said, be like water. Just conform to whatever situation you're in. That's how I personally feel like love should be. Okay, so we're almost done, guys, because I know y'all ready to enjoy y'all's evening, even though I know you're enjoying my company. So we just did the eyeshadow. See how simple it was? That's it. That is it. Now, on the eyeliner, it is different every time. Like I said, this video is a little different because I'm just kind of zooming in, showing you guys what to do and how to do it. Now, today we're just going to kind of do like a waterline eyeliner, okay, before we do our mascara and our lips. So I just kind of, with this particular one, some people like to draw a line. I, as a cosmetologist, skin person, do not do that. It can be really harsh on the eye. Do like little stipples like this. And I'm going to tell you something. This was a trick that I learned from a makeup artist back when I was like, it was something that I was watching in high school. And they were going on about how Mariah Carey kind of gets her lashes kind of on the bottom, like how she kind of makes those stand out. And yeah, and that same makeup artist was showing me this trick where you just literally just go in. Oh God, guys, I gotta get some sleep, right? Put some tea bags in. And also, guys, I'm gonna tell you a little trick that will be on the skincare routine video. Use some black tea bags. Use black tea bags to put underneath the eyes. I didn't today, but normally I do. So, before I do anything else, I'm getting ready to take a little bit of my dewy finish. And I'm just getting ready to set it, give me good moist. And I don't do this with the mascara on because I don't want it to run. And hang on, guys, I almost feel like I should put a little bit of this underneath here. Make sure you pay attention to that. And also because I was telling you guys about, you know, my heritage, that I'm not, you know, Nigerian, and it pinpointed the Igbo tribe. I won't lie to you guys, I love and I admire those women's makeup. I mean, when they get together and they have like the weddings and stuff like that. And I remember before I knew my DNA test, I said I wanted to know what me and my husband's future husband a long time ago, before we got together. I wanted to know what my heritage was because I wanted to incorporate both of our cultures in our wedding, even though we're westernized Africans. Still, nonetheless, it doesn't take away the importance of it. But yeah, so we could incorporate that into our wedding. So being that I've seen weddings from people that are from the Igbo tribe, and they makeup and the hair, you know, it's just beautiful. Okay, so we're ready to put a little bit of our finisher spray. Now, what I normally do, guys, is I apply this twice. Now, it may have looked a little bit dry, but as you can see, it's getting like a dewy finish, you know, and I'm oily, you know, naturally. That's why I say it's important that even if you have oily skin, it's important to moisturize. I remember years ago, it's like, well, if my skin's oily, why do I need a moisturizer? Well, guys, I'm going to tell you, when I was having issues with the cystic acne, yeah, my skin was like, I'm thirsty, I'm getting ready to overproduce. Next thing I know, especially, and also ladies, on your jawline, And normally I have like my little Asian fan, but God only knows where it's at. On your jawline breakouts, which is really common, especially women that are dealing with hormonal issues, things like that. This is hormonal. And these are, and along the jawline are usually the roughest because it seems like they just take forever to go away. Guys, let me tell you something. On this channel, I mean, we're going to talk, again, I'm a cosmetologist. So it's hair, skin, and nails. Chemical peels, dermaplaning, dermal needling, all of that has helped my skin. Look at that. I'm zoom in. Get a breakout here and there, you know. Still a woman, still feminine stuff that goes on monthly. But yeah, look at that. Very clear skin. Very clear. And sometimes I'll break out along here, but you know, more so not. So anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Let's do, now what I like to do is I use two different mascaras. One is by Lancome and the other, now this, guys, I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer than on my camera or on camera with you guys. And see what I do, because I have extremely curly lashes, I just pull these out with this one before I go in with my favorite one, the Hypnose Drama by Lancome. And you guys will see very, you know, similar videos, okay? So I just like to go in, kind of pull those out. Don't be poking your eyes out. And also, guys, you know, we'll do a video also one day where we're just, you know, just kind of discussing how to, you know, if you have really short eyelashes or eyebrows that don't grow as well, you know, there's techniques and things that you can use to kind of enhance those. And I'm a naturalist when it comes to skincare. So that's why I kind of created the skincare line that I'm working on. That a lot of women, let me tell you, that have cystic acne, hyperpigmentation, all of that, you know, you don't have it all. You be like, Shakita, I love it. I need to order some more. And I'm like, hey, you know, as long as you order and I'm making. And normally they tell you, oh, you shouldn't promote it if you ain't selling it right now. Like I said, tell my husband, ask my husband to be. I have been working on this for a year. And like I said, it's because, I don't know, anything that I put my name on, it has to be that good. You know, like I said, I've been in the industry for 20 years. And if I was doing somebody's hair and it don't look right, I'm like, nope, I got to fix it. I can't send you out here in the world with my name on it. You know. And see that, guys, how I kind of elongate those really nice. These is no falsies. They're mine. And like I said, my eyelashes are extremely curly. So for the women out there that have really curly eyelashes, yeah, this technique is for you. And we will discuss this at a later date. I just, like I said, want to get candid with you guys and do a makeup routine tonight. Today. Kind of night. Tonight. Okay. All right, we're going to do our lips, wrap it up. And you guys just kind of tell me what you think at the end. I do kind of feel like I'm looking like, you know, my cultural tribe, the Igbo people. My people. Sorry, guys, let me put that in camera. And I don't overline them. Sometimes I do. And I tell you what, a lot of people, it got really popular overlining the lips. And I'm going to tell you why. Beyonce is a huge influencer in the makeup, just industry in the world. A lot of younger girls, older girls. I'm a Destiny's Child era person. Love Destiny's Child. And I know that there was a big thing about her overlining her lips. And I'm just not going to do that today. So I just use a nice chocolate liner. And as you guys know, that I did put a little bit of a moisturizer on my lips, a little Vaseline. Can't do dry lips. Because I'm going to use a butter gloss and a matte So I normally start off with a little bit of that matte. Okay, and so, and actually guys, I'm gonna get a little bit closer with this one, okay? I just kind of get in there really good, really good. I want you guys to see, sorry, I'm gonna be on camera. Okay. And also guys, if I haven't told you already, I want you to like this video, I want you to subscribe for future videos, because it's just like wine, it gets better with time. Just like everything else with your girl. Because if anybody asks, I always take 10 years off my age, by the way. You know, I just like, got good genes. And now, this is the butter gloss. Okay. And I just kind of go over it. Make sure that I get that line. A little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And I'm getting ready to show you a secret, guys, that a lot of people don't use, but I do. Because some people say, well, you know, when I get my lips done or I put my lipstick on, I have issues with it getting on my teeth. And I have really white teeth. Thank you, Lord, for parents with great teeth. And the year and a half that I wore braces at 20 years old. Here's a technique that you can use. Okay, I'll fix that a little. Take your finger, any finger. When you get done with that lipstick, take it, smooth out with it. See? Keeps all of that off there. Guys, you know what? Thank you for joining me. I had so much fun today. This is the final look. And like I said, it's just natural, nothing too over the top. But before I go, I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to dinner somewhere, dancing, meeting up with my Nigerian family. Just going to put my little pearls in. I'm going to tell you something, ladies. Even if the pearls are real or not, every woman needs a string of pearls. It's just elegant, classy, simple, and, you know, just beautiful. Sorry, guys. I have 2 holes in this ear, and sometimes the earring wants to go into the other one. Okay. Got that in. Okay, guys. I hope you like it. Join me next week. We are going to have even more fun. We're going to try to change it up. We're going to have more conversations. I just say it's tea time. You know, we're going to have a little tea probably even around that time, you know, because sometimes I be needing it. Because with a 3-year-old, you know, I just need it. So I pray that you guys like my video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Have a wonderful night. Have an even more blessed weekend. See you next time.